Hi everybody, my name is Myrna Avalos and these are my 6 dimensions of health project. As you can see, I added a little picture. I added each one for like the 6 dimensions of health. Each one has, like, for example, little girl would probably represent environmental, this one would probably represent intellectual, this one I put for spiritual, and this one for environmental. I added a picture of a doctor checking up a patient. I don't think you can really see it. And then the bicycles right here for physical, and of course I added a picture of coffee because I love coffee. The first slide here would be for physical, and as you can see I even added a little soccer ball here, and here's me playing soccer. This was like a couple of years ago, maybe like 2-3 years ago. I have been a very athletic person my whole life, from running marathons, which was in middle school, and track and field, swimming, and playing soccer. Track and field and soccer was always throughout my whole life. Track and field was more in high school. Swimming was my whole life as well. Here I added a picture of swimming just because I love swimming. I don't have a picture of me swimming. And so I actually had a ACL tear, which was my last time I played soccer, which was my senior year, which was 2020. I'm fine now since that was a little over a year ago. It was over a little year ago. I'm fine now. I am not as active as I used to be, but when I can, I go on hikes because we do have a couple of mountains around here, and I don't go on runs as much anymore, but I try to, and walks and swims because I do have a pool here in my apartment. Here's a video of me getting injured. I'm right here, number 13. It's just a little small clip I wanted to show you guys. The push doesn't look as bad actually as it seems to look like, but it did hurt a lot. I was most likely crying. I think I was. I was actually in a lot of shock. As you can see, everybody was like, "Oh, she fell." I usually would flop. Not flop. I'm so sorry, not flop. I would fall a lot because I was pretty small, but I would usually get up right away, and I didn't. That time, it felt like my knee actually did go stiff. I couldn't move it, and I have actually had a knee injury before too on the other knee, and this was my dominant leg, so I was crying. The girl who pushed me, she was really nice. She was really nice. She asked me what was wrong, or she just asked me if I was okay, and I just said I was okay. I was not because I hurt a lot. My next one would be social. I would consider myself very social because I'm very talkative. I can usually spark up a conversation, I'm so sorry, very easily. I take this as an advantage, especially when it comes to work, since I work in retail, and also since I want to become a nurse. Maybe it would be really great for me to be very talkative with my patients, especially since I've been a patient myself, and I've had nurses who are very nice, very talkative, so I would want to be like that too. As you can see, I added a picture of a butterfly because a social butterfly. I added a little picture here because it looks like, they're being, they're talking, or not talking, but it looks like, like they're being social, as well as here. My next slide would be intellectual. I can say I'm a very open-minded person. This can come to discussions, to science, to art, things that I usually really like to enjoy. As you can see, I added an open-minded image here. That's the whole point of it. And also, I would say it's pretty creative, so I added like the art and a little kid reading. Next slide would be spiritual. I added a little video here. I thought it was so nice to look at, very calming, so I can say it's a part of it. And a picture as well, there's little kids and adults' hands with a heart. And I can say that I'm a very optimistic person that's always full of hope, especially. I had to stop there. My dog was barking. But I usually like to say, I always keep in mind that, things happen for a reason. And I also try to stay at peace with everybody. I try to forgive them. It usually takes a while to forgive, but, you gotta stay at peace with yourself.